Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things. Everton 3, Newcastle United 0 at Goodison Park tonight. A brilliant win for the Toffees tonight. Unexpected margin of victory, but I did fancy us tonight to get something. They've obviously played a lot of football lately. Newcastle got a lot of injuries as well, but still a good side, and we saw that on Saturday night when they beat Manchester United, and I felt that we had to kind of play the way they did against United. And I think we did that tonight. Full credit to Sean Dyche and the coaching staff for getting that game plan, getting the players up for pressing teams early on. I think we saw this against Bournemouth and then kind of moved away from it a little bit against Brighton and Manchester United, but we were back on it tonight, and it proved when you do make teams uncomfortable and the crowd are engaged, look what you can achieve, and they've got themselves a brilliant victory tonight. First thing I want to talk about is Vitaly Mykolenko, who he was my man at the match tonight. And he hasn't been everybody's cup of tea, Miko. I think, said before, very good 1v1 defender in a defensive capacity, but I think what we're seeing lately is his game developing. He looks to be a little bit fitter than he's probably ever been, so again, credit to the manager and the coaching staff there. He's looking stronger and he's more offensive minded now. We're seeing him getting forward. We have to have our fullbacks higher up the pitch. I think it was noticeable tonight, the difference between Ashley Young and Seamus Coleman as well. Seamus particularly, mainly throughout the game, he was high. He was getting involved higher up the pitch. I think Young's tendency when he's at right back is to sit on the halfway line, where Seamus was pushing much higher, and it meant Newcastle was stretched a little bit. But we're seeing it a lot from Mykolenko of late. We're seeing him getting in, joining in around the box. I want to see him putting a few more crosses in. I won't lie, we've got someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin's aerial threat in that penalty area. Let's start getting him whipping those balls in with his left foot. But I think he's been brilliant of late. He's gone up a level, and full credit, like I said, full credit to the coaching staff as well. But full credit to Mykolenko, because he is playing with a confidence. And you can see that Jordan Pickford's picking him out off goal kicks and he's chesting it into his path and getting forward with the ball. And we're just seeing more and more of that. And I think when you see that from him, you see him developing like that, you've got confidence he can go on and be a key player for Everton. He's been brilliant of late and long, hopefully that will continue, because he's really impressed me of late, and I thought he deserves a mention. My man at the match tonight, even though there's some good performances. I think obviously also playing with, excuse me, I am a little bit under the weather at the moment. Obviously playing with Branthwaite as well there. There's a good understanding, and Tarkowski well organised at the back, so he's developing really well, so fair play to him. And the second thing I want to talk about is the home form of Everton, and this is what we have to do, what we've done tonight. Like I've just said on my match reaction, we've won 3 home games this season, all 3-0. 2 in the Premier League and 1 in the Carabao Cup. But we're seeing tonight, when you go at teams, when you put pressure on teams, Everton do have players in the team who can score goals. We have to establish a strong home form, because once you engage the crowd, and Goodison is bouncing, it gives the players extra energy, but you can't always put it on the crowd. And I think that's what has been a negative for Everton over the last couple of years, that they've had to rely on the crowd to get them the bounce. Whereas we need it the other way. We need it's a partnership really, isn't it? Your crowd will turn up and be vociferous, but they've got to believe in what they're seeing. And I think the fans are seeing evidence now that of something they believe in. We have been wronged, in our opinion, by the Premier League. We have to stick together, which we are doing. And I think when the players perform the way they did tonight and the crowd are on it, we will make it tough for people to come to Goodison Park. If you look at our away form is very good, and therefore I think I said this on Saturday after Forest, can we get our home form right? Well, all you can do is win the next game, isn't it? And that's what we've done tonight. We've come out and beaten a good side tonight by 3-0. Now we've got another test on Sunday. It's against another good side, a team that's spent 1.1 billion in the last year, but ironically a team Everton would be ahead of if we wouldn't have had the points deduction. So that shows you that as good as Chelsea are, they are individuals. They're an individualistic team, and we have to make sure that we are right on it. We weren't on it right from the start against United, but yet we still had enough chances to beat them in the first half. Second half, they got a second goal, it was game over. But I think Chelsea is similar to United in the way that they do have players who on the day can take a game away from you, but they're not brilliant away from home. And we have to make sure that we put them under pressure at Goodison. And if we can, then imagine that on Sunday night, if we can go and beat Chelsea at Goodison, what position we would be in. But the home form, if we get that right and we keep the away form similar to what it is, we're not going to win all of our away games. We know that. And we know there'll be bigger and tougher tests to come on the road. But if we can continue to keep adding the odd away win, and we get our home form to something that's an acceptable level and win a decent amount of home games, we'll be fine with or without the points deduction, and that will be Sean Dyche's next biggest test, and he knows that. But tonight, you can only go on what you go on, and tonight is a further demonstration that we're moving in the right direction, further evidence, and it's a brilliant win, and everyone should be delighted to be out the bottom three with that points deduction. Shows you the work that's gone on there, so fair play to them. And finally, I'm going to mention Sean Dyche because I've not always been convinced by what we've done with him. Not against him, but I haven't been massively for it. I've just been trying to be quite neutral with it because I think we've just had simply too many managers for me that I kind of moved into a position of neutrality, if that's even a thing, being neutral over it, not going in on a manager too much because it just, it is what it is. But I think he deserves huge credit. Of late, he's managed to... I still think he's got a challenge with the home form. I'm saying this after we just played really well at home. If he can maintain that kind of display at Goodison where we are attacking again, we've posted 21 attempts at goal, I think. If we can play with the energy, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not bothered about the possession. I think we've had 39% of the possession tonight. I'm not really bothered about that. It's more the intensity that we play with. But I think he's done a great job away from home in instilling a toughness, and that was evident tonight as well. And so hopefully he can maintain it. But him, Ian Woan and Steve Stone deserve big credit for the way they've got the team playing at the moment. Got a resilience in this side, and I think Everton haven't been resilient for a few seasons. That resilience had gone, and they've done really well to start building it back. So fair play. Listen, I just say it as I see it, and I think at the moment they deserve huge credit, and that's why I'm saying it. It is what it is. We hopefully we just keep ticking along, and the manager continues to get as much out of this team as what he's getting, and he deserves the credit. And again, like I say, we've got Chelsea on Sunday. It'll be a tough game, don't get me wrong. It's a game we can win, absolutely we can. And if we won on Sunday, that'd be an unbelievable week for us, wouldn't it? Imagine if we could win on Sunday, we'd have got 9 points in a week, or 9 points in 8 days. Almost eradicating that 10-point deduction, almost to say. And that's all we can do. That's all we can aim for. But fair play to the manager, because what he's done is, while we took a kicking here with this 10 points, they've managed to keep a level-headedness about it and just keep the players believing in what they're doing. And I think that's the right approach. I think we can feel aggrieved, and us quite clearly as a fan base are very aggrieved, and we should be. But he's had to keep a neutral point in all of this because he's got to get the players up time and time again for it. And I think the coaching staff have done a brilliant job with that. Now, like I said, we've got Chelsea home, Chelsea home, Burnley away, and we've then got Fulham at home in the Cup, haven't we? And then Spurs before Christmas. But there's opportunities in certainly the next 3 games, and even the way Spurs have been beaten at home by West Ham tonight. West Ham had 25% possession, so there you go. So Spurs aren't pulling up any trees at the moment, but certainly the next 3 represent a chance to post some more points, a chance to spread a bit of a gap on Burnley, and a chance to get into a Carabao Cup semi-final. So some great opportunities ahead of us. It is a 1 game at a time thing, and I'm sure that's what the manager and the coaching staff will be stressing to the players. So fair play to the manager and the coaching staff, doing a great job at the moment. Long may it continue. That is it from me. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.